Welcome back to Foot in Mouth. The new season is just about upon us, and that's not the only thing that's new. We've got a new set. Ethan, what do you think about the new set,
I
bro?
like it. Where's my iPad?
Look, we're going to see if we can
assuming
work it in the
this-
budget.
Is this like opener? Is it under my...
Look, if anything, it's with Spons, who is not here today as well, much like your iPad. He should be back next week. But yeah, look, for now, let's just get into it. But a lot has happened since we last did an episode.
Twitter isn't Twitter anymore.
Twitter isn't Twitter anymore. X.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I mean, Elon Musk was a big Triple H and HBK fan. I saw that X light got taken. Was it stolen?
Yeah, no, it wasn't stolen. It was taken down. 'cause
Just taken
people
down.
across the road were like,
Bro,
they
that
couldn't
thing
sleep.
was
Yeah, it was bright.
aggressively bright. Damn. But yeah, I think even though the name changed, the football community on that platform is still going to be just as redonkulous as ever. And we've seen some crazy takes already just based on pre-season performances, which never fails to amaze me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think preseason means anything.
Bro,
It doesn't.
it
doesn't-
means
it
as
means
much as those
nothing.
pre-season trophies that Spurs just won mean. Like, it doesn't mean much, bro.
That's tough, Logie.
It was a Chelsea one, huh?
Yeah, they won the summer
Chelsea won that.
challenge or some shit.
Bruh. But yeah, look, getting closer to home, Man United's preseason. What did you make of it? You guys started off very strong, 3 wins, and then ended off a little colder with 3 losses.
Yeah, the losses were tough. That was Barcelona, it was Dortmund.
And now Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid. So it was tough
And
losses.
Wrexham.
Oh yeah, but that was the fuck. Logan, it was tough.
That was for the TV. That
And
was for the media.
No, also
hype.
wasn't that like a youth game? Like I don't think any senior players played except
Yeah.
for Johnny Evans, and he's extremely senior.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that is a tough list of games.
But it's good though. It's nice competitive games. You don't want to play 2 easy games.
No,
in
you
the
don't.
preseason.
You don't. But I also think United should be like beating Dortmund. Obviously,
3-2 was tight.
Yeah, 3-2 start, and Onana didn't. He only came on in the second half after the 2 goals were scored. So fair enough. But yeah, it's tough. I don't think you can take much from it. Obviously, we didn't have a striker. I think in most of the games, Sancho played as striker.
Yeah. Maybe something new at Ten Hag is trying just for options.
Maybe for options, yeah. But I think he's just waiting to get an actual fucking striker in the team.
True.
Because
With
we
Højlund
didn't
looking
have
like he's on
anyone.
the
I
way.
think there was this guy, Joe Hugill or some shit. He was like a youth guy, but he was a striker. He
Never
played
even heard of him.
He played in like 1 or 2 games. He had chances. He didn't score anything. But he didn't look that good, to be honest.
How many games did he play in the preseason?
He played a couple games. I saw him. I didn't watch all the preseason games, and of the ones I did watch, I saw him play twice. So he
It's
plays.
enough for you to be like, yeah, this guy's not the one.
Yeah, but speaking of not the one, I don't know if Højlund's gonna make a huge difference to the team. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I know United needs a striker, but I kind of see playing striker at United is like taking the graveyard shift. You're not gonna get any service. You're not gonna get any fucking like
Well, that's what Mount's there for.
that. Yeah, that is. But also that's what Eriksen was there for, and it didn't really work out when Eriksen was there. To be honest, I do like Mount, but I think when your wingers are so prone to like cutting in and shooting, you know what I mean? I mean, you name the winger Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony,
yeah.
they all do the same thing. So I don't think Højlund's going to get a lot of service, to be honest. Like, I know it's going to make a difference. He's going to be better than Weghorst. So judging off of that, Weghorst scored, 2 goals for United?
That counted.
Yeah, that counted. And I would say he probably got like 7 chances where he should have scored.
Yeah.
So using that logic, I'm gonna give an estimation of how many goals Rasmus Højlund scores next season, and I'm gonna say he scores
He gets into the double digits, surely.
10. I'm saying he just
I
gets there.
honestly, if you
I'm saying he just
if
gets
you
there.
can look past the price tag, I think that's decent for a kid coming into the Premier League. It's not what United
No,
need.
it is decent.
But that's a decent return if
No,
it's
it
his
is
first
decent.
season.
I just don't think people are like comparing him to like Haaland. Yeah.
It's just because of the Euro qualifiers
Yeah,
stats.
but,
And international football is a different ballgame.
And also they're 2 white guys with blonde hair, so I would also compare them. But I don't think he's getting almost like too much hype. You know what I mean? I don't think people know that he's
The price tag, bro. The
Yeah, but
price
that's
tag.
not his fault. It's like
Yeah,
Anthony,
but I'm
it's
saying
not his fault.
that's adding to the hype. Like people, there's hype just because at that price tag you are justified to compare him to like the big names.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
know.
unfortunate. That's what I hate about
But
price
I'm
tags in
hoping
this
it's
day
like
in this market.
Darwin Nunes, where he kind of had like last season he was okay, but I think this season I think Nunes is gonna pop off.
He's had a good preseason.
He's had a really good
Had a
preseason.
good preseason.
So I think Hoyland might take a season to kind of get, because also he hasn't had a preseason.
Understandable, bro.
He's never played in the Premier League. He hasn't had a preseason. He's kind of just jumping into a team that already like never worked towards a
It's a
striker
work in
anyway.
progress.
Yeah,
It's a big work in progress.
So I think I think 10 goals is fair. I think obviously, plus minus 2 or 3 goals, but I think he'll get around about 10 goals, because also I'm assuming he won't like be first choice either still. I'm assuming
He's gonna be easily.
I'm assuming Martial, when fit, will still be first choice. You know what I
Unless
mean?
you find a buyer for him before the window closes. I think
not
United will still jump at that if they can.
I think they would too, but that's not going to happen.
Saudi?
That Saudi's not going to take Anthony Martial.
Once they start getting no's from more players and they start looking at other players.
Well, yeah, they got a no from Wilfred Zaha.
Yeah, bro.
They got a no from Immobile as well. Yeah.
They also got a no from Leo Messi. And that
Yeah,
was the
but-
biggest no.
Yeah, but that's different because he's like, he owns part of that Inter Miami team now. Like I think him and David Beckham literally own that shit.
Dude, anytime an entire league comes together to like oversee your arrival, that's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
You're a king there, bruh. You're
No,
a
he is
king.
and he deserves it. He is a king and he does deserve it. Messi, you are a king. But I saw United's gonna be interesting. I think if going by last season, it seems like Ten Hag also will pick like one youth guy, and that'll be his youth guy for the season.
Which I kind of like. I can't lie.
I
I like that one to watch.
I like that too, and obviously last season it was Garnacho. He came out of the
But then
youth team.
Pellistri also emerged as...
Yeah, but he never got the same chances that Nacho got.
True.
So-
So Nacho was the one.
Yeah, so I think this season the one to watch is that Colby Mainu guy. He seems to be the one getting the call out. He also got injured though, so we'll see how that goes.
Damn, you see, that's my issue with preseason. A lot of these preseason games, you've seen managers talk about the physicality of it. And while I understand and appreciate that players want to win games, I think as fans, like I know you also, you're not particularly bothered by whether or not a player is especially physical. And it's a game, you're playing to win.
Yeah, it's for
But I think like there's a lot of fans who can tap into that worry when you see a game where there's really nothing on the line. Someone takes shit too seriously, and now your star boy is out for the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? Like it's annoying.
It is annoying.
It's the same with like those Nations League international breaks. If a player gets injured on a Nations League game,
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm pissed, bro.
But I can kind of understand it because you can't especially if there's like youth players, you can't tell them, oh, don't go hard because they fight. They're like, if I do well,
They are
I
trying
could
to
get a team in this.
impress,
Yeah,
bro.
I could
And
get a
not
spot in
even
the
just
team.
the youth players, the fringe players, bruh.
So I like as much as you want to say, oh, it's a friendly, don't do that shit. At the end of the day, they are trying to win.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's gonna be collisions and people getting injured. Can't blame them.
So my news you want to watch at United based off this preseason.
Yeah, he is.
When he was playing before the injury, he did well.
Yeah, he did do well. He's I haven't seen much of him, but it seems like Ten Hag likes him a lot because he starts him with like the first team and shit. So I do, and also judging by the fact that he does pull one player up, it seems like he is the one he's pulling up. I hope we do see Pellistri in though, because I like Pellistri a lot. I still rate him over Garnacho.
Yeah.
So I hope we see him come into play. But again, United has so many wingers. It's kind of
Dude, it looks like that's a thing that's going around in the Prem now, bro.
No, yeah, you have to have depth, but it's tough for a young player to get his start in the team.
To break, especially when you've got players that you spent what you spent on. Like
know,
Anthony, you cannot bench
You can't.
him.
You physically can't.
Especially now that he's had one season in the league. This season, he's starting every game.
Yeah, I think that was the plan from the get go.
Yeah.
I have and I still don't have an issue with that. He just does need to learn to cross, especially if we have a striker in play. Because I can understand the cutting in and shooting when there was no one there.
Yeah,
But I think if we have an actual striker who's expected to get some goals,
you need to do your winger duties as well.
but it's gonna be tough because to be honest, knowing the egos on Anthony and Rashford and them, I can't see them passing to this young, inexperienced 20-year-old Danish guy. I can't see them giving the ball to him rather than just
I
taking
would like
a shot.
to think that Rashford especially would be professional enough to put the team first. You know what I mean?
What?
I know what you mean based on his style of
Have
play.
you
Your
watched
biggest
him play
annoyance
in
is that
any way?
he's selfish. But what I'm saying is he's another year more mature. He knows that he's just got a new deal at United. He signed that deal, no?
Yes.
He signed the deal. I think
That's going to make it worse, though, because now he's going to be like, oh, I have to score now. So he's every
I don't
chance
know,
he gets,
man.
he's gonna go for a shot, which he always does.
I would like to think that contract is going to settle him a bit more because now he knows it's done, it's finalized. He is at this club.
I don't think that settles him. I think that makes him be like, fuck, okay, I'm the star now. I get
Maybe
paid.
that
I get
works
paid
out,
the most
though,
in the
because
team, so
if you're
I
telling
need
me-
to score
if you're telling
goals.
me he can score like he did without that type of hunger, then maybe you don't fucking. Then maybe Hoyland was just a luxury signing,
No,
and Rashford still just
The
does
thing
the
is,
business
though,
on his own.
for Rashford to get his type of goals, we could be scoring like 5-6 goals
I
in
guess
between.
that is fair.
So
That is fair.
for every Rashford goal, there's like 3 goals we missed.
Yeah. It's
Which
not
is-
spread out like at Arsenal, where you're seeing the goal where players they getting goals for themselves, but they also
Yeah,
handing it
they
off to
work
the next
it.
guy.
But I'm hoping having an actual cycle will bring some structure into the front
Mm.
three, because I think United's, judging by the preseason, it's exactly the same as last season. As soon as the ball gets to the front three, shit just
Gets crazy.
they just panic. So I'm hoping that an actual striker does like bring in some kind of structure. And obviously, I think Mount's gonna do. I think Mount.
I think he's the one to watch for me at United, just because of the fact that it's Mason Mount and Manchester United, bro.
I know, but I'm scared he might. Judging by the preseason games, it seems like he's still in that phase where he's like he would much rather give the ball off than do anything. You know
Doesn't
what I mean?
have that
Like-
confidence
No,
yet.
yeah, like he's so like, oh, as long as I just
Yeah.
play a nice pass or like. So I don't think. If that stays through the whole season, I don't see him getting many goals, to be honest.
Look, he doesn't just have a price tag to worry about. It's that number 7, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
know.
lot
That's
of pressure.
that is a lot of pressure. Here's my point though. I don't see him getting many goals, but I do see him getting assists. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna be. I think he is really gonna be.
And if not assist, then like the pre-assist.
Yeah,
He's the
exactly.
dude that opens up the space and he
I
finds the
think-
pass before the pass.
I think he really is gonna be a younger Eriksen. I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna play exactly the same way Eriksen did, just younger and faster and,
and he's
more
more,
physical.
he's more mobile.
Yeah, a lot more.
And
mobile.
he's a modernized Eriksen.
Yeah. So I think he'll do well. I don't think he'll get the goals that players expect, that people expect though. That's gonna be United. That was United's issue last season though, scoring goals. Hopefully the front three can work it out.
Yeah.
Can actually give Hoyland his chances, and hopefully Hoyland's good enough that he actually does something for the team.
Yeah, I am excited by Hoyland. I can't lie. But you know me, I love a prospect. Especially someone, I mean, I buy into the hype. You know, when I see these comparisons with Holland, by default, I'm going to make those comparisons
I know.
once
I think
see them start
I think
playing.
everyone else is too.
And I like his bold, bro. Like, he's built like he's a striker, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he is.
he's got power.
Look,
he
I
just
can't,
needs
I
to
can't
just
say I've
finish
watched
a bit
much
better.
of him. I've watched
No, yeah,
one
look,
or two
I don't watch
YouTube
the
compilations,
Serie A
and that's
either.
it. And then
Um,
also, just to end on United, obviously Amrabat. He seems to be the hot target.
The hot new toy on the way.
Yeah, I guess because the rumor is that Fred's gonna leave. Apparently Galatasaray want Fred.
Yeah,
so,
it's kind of cool seeing the Turkish league coming back in for more players. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've seen them
since we've
sign
seen
some
them
names,
come.
you know.
Yeah, they're getting jealous of the Saudis.
Yeah.
But so I guess Fred will go. Maybe McTominay leaves still West
So that
Ham.
means, I mean, Fred and Wilfred Zaha at Galatasaray. I think it's safe to say they're winning the league.
I think so too. I think that might be the most competitive league in the world right now.
Oh,
in
damn!
the whole entire world.
Ethan said it.
But Galatasaray they are allowed in the UEFA, right?
They're in the Champions League.
Yeah, they're in the Champions
Yeah.
League. But yeah,
Galatasaray and Fenerbahce.
Amrabat, he did good in the World Cup. I haven't watched anything else of him since.
He's a solid player
but
from
yeah,
all the
he
sounds
did
of
well
things.
in the World Cup, and I guess as a Casemiro understudy, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think looking back at it now, I don't know. That's a lot of midfielders United's gonna have.
But again, like you said, you're back in the Champions League. You need the depth.
Yeah, but it's like
You need the depth, bro.
it's a lot of midfielders, dude.
You need it. Because also on top of that, one thing that worked against you last season was injuries and suspensions. If
Yeah,
you get
fair
a
enough.
combination of the same now, you're going to be thankful you got all these midfielders.
That is true, actually. So yeah, Amrabat comes in. Obviously, hopefully we don't pay too much. Obviously, what does the Hoyland?
There's a release clause, isn't there,
I don't
for
know.
Amrabat?
But the Hoyland pay thing came up to what, 80 mil? Fuck me, that's way too much. United again overspending on players.
Which is ironic after they said that they're like, we're not going to get pulled into these games. You know? And then it's
Well,
like,
look, that's United 101. That's all
Yeah.
we do is overspend. And then obviously, Onana is in the team now. He's going to make a huge difference. I actually don't think he'll make that big of a difference.
Oh, Nana, I've also seen like he's got a mistake in him.
Yeah, I know he's definitely
He's got a mistake in
he's
him, but
definitely
same
got a
like
mistake.
Hoyland, I think he needs to be given a season as well.
I know,
He needs to
but
be
but
given
then
a season.
then what is the fucking point? Why didn't we keep De Gea then if we need to keep
In an
him a
ideal
season?
world, you sitting right now with Onana and De Gea.
I know.
In
How
an ideal
how
world.
perfect would that have been?
But yeah, bro, that's Oh, last thing is there anybody that you saw in the preseason that you didn't see enough from? Anybody that you kind of
I'm mad at.
not so much mad at, but like yeah.
Well,
There's
how much
nothing
how
more
much
to come
time
from
do you have, Logan?
Give us a quick 60-second.
Rashford. Every time I watch this guy play, it's exactly the same thing, and I don't see much changing. I think the only reason he played well with Martial was because they were like friends, you know, they were like homies and shit.
Yeah.
So they developed like a relationship. But I think if Højlund doesn't develop a relationship with Rashford, he's not going to get any fucking balls. Anthony. We've seen Anthony do the same. I think Anthony does do the same thing. We know this. That's kind of his specialty. I
Yeah.
still don't really have an issue with it.
He's gonna be the new Robin.
Yeah, we paid a lot of money for him. Let him do his left-footed thing.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Yeah, those are the two that I need to like. I need to give the hot seat to.
Alright, fair play.
Oh,
Well,
Johnny Evans is back.
Johnny Evans is back, boy.
And you see the rumor is United wants to sign him for a year.
For a year, yeah. I've seen like
Jesus
it's
Christ.
very strongly linked that it's gonna happen.
United fan that is upset at Maguire and happy for Johnny Evans being in the team, you are a fucking idiot.
It's the Ronaldo thing.
Dude, dude, United fans are some of the dumbest fans.
You are so at war with your own fan base, bro. I love it. I can't lie. Look, just a side note, congrats to Banyana getting through to the round of 16 in the Women's World Cup. First time ever. I cannot lie, I haven't been following it as much as I should be, but I'm definitely gonna be now that Banyana they've reached this milestone. That's pretty crazy.
That is huge.
It took some craziness to get them there.
Yeah, but I mean, the guys have never done it.
That's true, bro. That's true.
And also, I saw the 92nd minute goal that Banyana scored.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice goal. Did you
Dude,
see the play that they made up until the goal, dude? It was pass
didn't see the
over the
full
top,
play, no.
pass in the box goal, dude. Super nice, clean.
Sounds like Wenger ball.
Dude, it literally was.
Damn, bro. No, that's crazy. But yeah, and even Jamaica, I read an article today that they apparently had to start a GoFundMe to get themselves to this World Cup, and now they've just knocked out Brazil.
Damn.
That's pretty huge, bro.
Holy
Some
shit.
big upsets going on.
Those are big.
Look, okay, back to club football.
Back to the
Arsenal.
actual. just kidding, Banyana. We love you.
Arsenal's pre-season, bit of a mixed bag. 2 draws, 1 loss, 2 wins.
Yeah, you did beat
The wins were
Barcelona,
big,
though,
though.
yeah.
And the MLS All-Stars, obviously, the 5-0 slapper.
That doesn't mean anything. The MLS.
Yeah, but you know what the
All-Stars
thing was? It was that like every goal was just dope.
Yeah.
Every goal was like, oh, that's a good goal. So I was happy with preseason. Again, I'm not looking too much into the draws or the losses. The one thing I will say, this new shiny fancy midfield of Arsenal's is going to take some time to learn each other, bro. Because as soon as you see Havertz, Rice and Odegaard, or Havertz, Rice and Partey, it doesn't look the most cohesive. I'll say with Partey there, it's a lot more cohesive. He really stepped
holds
up
it
in this
down.
preseason. But that's what we were saying all throughout last season. I think what killed him off towards the end of it was he was just never fit. My man's a midfield general, bro. That dude he has looked really good in preseason, and there've been some individual brilliance, bits of brilliance going on.
Trossard's gonna be a star.
Trossard is giving Arteta a headache, bro.
Yeah, I think he'll be the standout of the season.
Too good for the bench, and he was pretty much a signing of the season last season. If it wasn't for Zinchenko having come in earlier,
Yeah,
I think
and
Trossard would have been a
Zinchenko was more needed as well.
Yeah.
Trossard was kind of like.
And Zinchenko also he had a bigger impact than anyone expected, bro.
Yeah.
But
But again,
yeah,
I think when you're that needed, you know what I mean? It's easy to make a big impact.
Trossard looks a beast, bro. His
Yeah, he
performance
does.
against Barcelona alone, and again, I know it is preseason, but holy shit,
Yeah.
that was a performance, bro. And throughout this preseason, he's covered at like all areas, including left 8, bro, in centre mid. Like, so he as far as versatility goes,
Yeah, I think that the same can be said about a lot of Arsenal players right now.
which
though.
is really cool. Which is really cool because now I'm a lot less fearful if ever we get a big injury now. Now I know if Martinelli's injured, Trossard's in, boy. We're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jesus can even cover on the right as well if Saka gets injured. I would like a more, like, how do I say, refined right winger to compete with Saka. But at the same time, Reece Nelson did sign his new deal and he's got something to prove.
No,
So-
yeah, I think Reece Nelson is good. You don't need to. It's way too soon to like get another cover when you have him there.
You know, the thing is, it's if you find that that golden opportunity that just pops up out of nowhere, or you're just tempted.
Yeah, but that's gonna take money though, and it seems like Arsenal has priorities elsewhere.
We just signed a new deal with the Emirates, another extension until 2028. That's an extra
We want to
50
talk
mil
about
per year.
deals. We could talk about United's Adidas deal. 900 mil, 10 years, biggest deal in Premier League history. What you got now?
My man is big with the flexing today. Where's the United top for that?
It's too cold.
But yeah, Trossard is going to give Arteta a selection headache, bruh. Same with Kivio. Kivio had a surprising preseason. He ended up playing at left back and he did the Zinchenko thing really well. Which means that, again, touching on the versatility, we are stacked in a lot of positions now, bruh. At left back, you've got Tierney, you've got Zinchenko, you've got Kivio, you've got Tomiyasu.
Why didn't Tierney just play all those left back games instead of Kivio?
I think Arteta played Kivio because when better to try something new than in the preseason. You know what I mean? You're not going to have that type of freedom in the actual season. You already know what Tierney can do there, so you don't exactly have to experiment.
But didn't you want to keep Tierney up to date?
Tierney is up to date, bro. He's staying fit, and on top of that, that's also someone that's an absolute guarantee in the Scottish League. So whenever there's any type of international games, he's going to play. And he did get quite a lot of minutes last season. A lot of people forget that when you look at Tierney getting a lack of minutes last season was his first season where he genuinely stayed injury-free since he joined us. And he himself has spoken out saying that he sees that as a step up. He's not focusing on the fact that Zinchenko played more minutes than him. So I don't think necessarily, there's no way Arteta wants him to leave. Arteta wants him to stay.
I hope so.
He definitely wants him to stay because defensively, he's our best left back. Okay, Tomiyasu is in with the shout.
To be honest, he offers a lot offensively too.
Yeah, he's crossing. And that's why I'm happy we've got Havertz now. But look, we're going to touch on to more transfer stuff that we'd hope to see soon. But yeah, I think Tierney, it's good to see him getting minutes. It's good to see him happy because he got an assist as well. He looked really happy with the assist. I don't think he's in any hurry to move on. I don't think the club are in a hurry to sell him unless a nice offer comes in. In which case, I would honestly understand because we are stacked there.
Yeah.
Zinchenko's there, Kivio's there, Tomiyasu's there, and Timber can play there. Timber played left back, and Timber looked a beast at left back, bro.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looks a beast in general. That is my one to watch for this season. I cannot lie. It's all good and well that we signed Declan Rice. I love that we signed Declan Rice and I understand that he's our new record signing and all that. But Timber, I expected a solid player at right back. I didn't expect that type of explosiveness, bro.
Yeah.
No matter where he's utilized. And he can play right back, left back, centre back, and he can play defensive mid. With that type of tenacity, dude, I think that guy can prove to be the big difference maker for us. He's going to do the Zinchenko role on the right, just with a hell more bite, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that dude looks like he's possessed when he's on that pitch.
Yeah, he seems like he might work out really well for us.
I think it's going to be solid. And even for the price that we got him at, you don't have to worry about that nagging, won't he live up to it? It's a decent fee.
Yeah, how much was he?
40 odd mil, bro.
That's cheap.
Decent fee.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? So, I think that we're going to see a player who can develop under the right conditions at a club that's in the right transition. And now, dude, I'm so excited. I understand that not everything was roses in this preseason. Aaron Ramsdale's looked pretty shaky.
Yeah,
This
is the first time I've actually started doubting him, thinking maybe Arsenal should move on from him. I didn't think that last season, although maybe towards the end of last season, but I didn't think that.
It's been the big talking point, I think, for a lot of the games. He's still made some good saves. He's had some good moments. It's the consistency that's a problem. And obviously now we linked to David Raya right after he just signed that new contract with they're paying him like a proper.
Raya's a better goalkeeper though.
Debatable, I think. I think when you look at the numbers can always be deceiving because Raya has played with those stats in the Brentford side versus Ramsdale and Arsenal side that has a lot more security in front of him. So Raya's got more saves, but Ramsdale didn't face as many shots as Raya did. You don't know how many saves he could have pulled off.
I still think, even though he's had more saves, I think he statistically has. I think he's dealt with more shots, and I think he statistically has more saves as well.
Yeah,
I think his save
but
percentage.
the save percentage is off by a small percentage, but the amount of shots faced is huge.
Yeah, the fact that so many can basically do the same thing, he's clearly better. I think on most stats.
I think he on most stats he does trump Ramsdale.
I think he beats Ramsdale.
I think he does trump Ramsdale. But again, I can't help but think he has had to do more than Ramsdale.
Yeah, which is why it's more impressive that his stats are higher.
Yeah, Okay, yeah. This is where I think stats are just a slippery slope because it is how you look at it.
Stats
Yeah.
are slippery
It is
slope,
how-
but I think stats are a lot more black and white when you're looking at something like goalkeepers.
If you do the eye test though, I know I've watched games where I've seen Ramsdale put in performances where I just go, this dude is world class.
Yeah.
I have never thought that watching a Brentford game. I've never thought
Yeah,
that
well,
watching
maybe
a,
that's
or
just
watching a
Arsenal
David
bias.
Raya. It could be, but the thing is, you've heard outsiders say the same.
No,
I'm not saying that Raya
is that what I've heard
isn't
is that a lot of people want David Raya. I know United fans wanted him as the De Gea replacement.
And look, David Raya was even the first option before he got Ramsdale. That's why I'm saying I do think that I'm not saying that he is worse than Ramsdale in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying I don't think that this is like it for Ramsdale. I don't think us being linked to Raya, or even if we do sign him, I don't think us signing him means that I think Ramsdale will still 100% be our number one because Arteta is really pushing with this English contingent.
I think so too, but I'm just saying statistically, Raya is better.
Raya is the step up.
Yeah, he's better. He's a better goalkeeper.
I guess, look, we do have our own opinions. Again, the Arsenal bias in me is definitely leaning towards Ramsdale because he's such a character also. So I'm looking at him not just as his performances in goal. I'm looking at him from what I've seen from the documentary, from all the behind the scenes stuff, from the training grounds and all that. So I do have a bit of a bias here.
What
but
if I
either
told
way,
you I've watched the Brentford documentary?
either way, we are on course to have two solid goalkeepers again. Like when we had Martinez and Leno, and then Leno and Ramsdale.
Or Almunia and Fabianski.
Oh, the dark days, bro.
I call that the golden
Dark
age.
days, dog. But yeah, I think there's a few players I think that Arsenal you can look out for this season. But Timber for me, that's the guy. By default, it's going to be Declan Rice. It has to be just because of the price tag. Sorry, it has to
You're
be.
getting emotional. the price tag.
But I don't know. He's also had a bit of an injury now. But he is playing now. The Arsenal versus Monaco game is on while we're recording this. That is how dedicated we are to this show, which is ironic considering how much time off we just took. But
I'm
yeah,
a huge Monaco supporter.
Monaco
guys.
currently 1-0 up, 40 minutes in. Look, it's if we lose, it's just a preseason game. If we win, we're winning the league.
I actually unironically do think Arsenal's winning the league.
Yeah, dude, look. When we get onto the preseason, the season predictions, I'm with you on that. I see it. I see it, and I can believe it. And man, I'm just so scared to get overly excited. But I feel like I can do that now. I feel like it's not like the Arsenal of old where you really get scared to get excited.
I mean, once you finish second, is the only place next is first.
That's true, bro.
And once you finish first, the only place next is down.
Yeah, fuck, bro. There's a lot to look forward to. Declan Rice, I think, is one to watch just because of the fact of the price tag, and also there's so many questions about where he's gonna play. I wouldn't start him over Thomas Partey at the beginning of the season. I can't lie. If I'm Arteta, I'm easing
think
him
about
in.
the money.
You have to start him because of the
I
price
paid
tag.
so much money for this guy. How am I not gonna
You
start
have
him?
to start him because of the price tag, but at the same time, I would much rather see a midfield of Thomas Partey, Odegaard. Fuck it, actually, no, play Declan Rice in the opening game. It's Nottingham Forest. But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad if it's Havertz. But one of them's getting benched. One of them's getting benched.
Yeah, I think Havertz will get benched.
One of them is getting
But
benched.
he'll
for that
definitely
opener.
come on at some point, whether
Of
it'll be
course.
on the wing or something.
Oh, yeah.
He'll come on.
Arteta's biggest question mark's going to be at left wing, bro. Do you start Martinelli? Do you start Trossard? You could even think the same up front, bro, with Jesus' position. Do you start Jesus? Do you start Trossard? Because Trossard's
No, you
been in form, bro.
definitely put Jesus in.
Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah, like we said, Arsenal's playing Monaco now. It's their last game of pre-season before they take on Manchester City next week in the Community Shield. Does the Community Shield count as a trophy to you? If United win it.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. No, I mean, fuck. It's like I guess it does. For morale.
But yeah,
I guess
any
it does.
trophy is
Yeah,
good for morale.
any trophy is good.
Even
I mean,
if it is an Audi Cup.
We watched Chelsea celebrate the summer challenge.
They had a decent pre-season.
They had a very good season.
They had a
you
decent
want to talk about
pre-season.
Chelsea?
Do you think there's cause for concern there for other teams? Based
Yes,
on what you saw?
100%, dude. I think Chelsea finishes in the top 5.
I think it's hype.
I think Chelsea give United a fight for 4th and 5th.
I think it's hype, bro. I think they've had some good individual performances. I still don't think that
Bro, the individual performances have been insane.
I
And
think
the fact
they're
that they have
gonna
an
be-
actual striker now in Nkunku and that Nico what's his name?
Yeah, Nicholas Jackson looks good.
He looks insanely good, dude. Chelsea as a whole looks good. Conor Gallagher's looking good.
Could be soon to be Vlahovic as well.
Yeah, with the swap deal. I think Chelsea's going to be insane.
Damn, you think they're your main dark horse for next season?
Are they even a dark horse? Can they be considered a dark horse?
I think anybody that didn't qualify for the Champions League is a dark horse.
Then, yeah, Chelsea's my dark horse. Because
That's actually fair.
I think Chelsea's going to fucking kill next season, bro. Judging by this whole preseason and the team they have,
effect,
and Pochettino in, and the fact that their kit looks so nice as well.
Nah, fuck that. Speaking of, you check Arsenal's third kit.
Yeah, the blue and the navy
and it looks gorgeous. It really makes up for that away kit, which is growing on me. I can't lie.
No, that away kit.
That away kit has grown on me
The only thing that's
bro.
growing on that away kit is the fact that it looks like fucking mold. But I think Chelsea's going to be very good. I think Kepa. Everyone hates Kepa. I like Kepa. Kepa's going to shine next season. Watch this. Unless Chelsea buy another goalkeeper.
Next season. He's going to shine someone's boots.
And also, you see, they made Reece James captain, eh? No,
of course.
No Thiago Silva.
Who else? But I'm
Thiago
sorry.
Silva.
No, I'm saying all due respect to Thiago Silva. The impact that Reece James has had at that club since he broke into that team.
No, why wouldn't you give it to Thiago Silva? He's like 40.
Yeah, but Reece James is also English.
I don't give a shit.
Nah, it's such a good look for the club.
No, I'm a huge fan of making the oldest player in your team the captain. That just makes sense. That's just how
Damn. But that means that at United, then it should have been given to... Who's the oldest player there?
It was De Gea.
I'm saying now, is it Casemiro?
It probably is Casemiro.
I feel like you got an older goalkeeper.
No, other goalkeeper's Tom Heaton. Yeah, I think he's young.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think he's young.
No, there's no fucking way. It's Tom Heaton. No?
Yeah, Tom
There's
Heaton.
no fucking way he's young, bro. I'm sorry.
He's young.
Oh no,
Although
I will
actually,
die on this.
I guess if we are just going off of player age, now that we've re-signed Johnny Evans, I think Johnny Evans. I think he might
give him the armband.
Yeah, give him the armband.
Take it off Bruno, bro. Take it off Bruno.
We sold you when you were in your prime, and then we bought you 5 years past 30.
So score update, it's 1-1. Arsenal versus Monaco. Eddie Nketiah with the equalizer. Looks like it's going into halftime at 1-1. Yeah, look, just to wrap things up with Chelsea, they are your dark horse.
Chelsea's gonna kill it, dude.
I can see them winning. I can see them
it.
winning an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup because what else do they have to play for? And I can see them making a solid run for Europa League football. But I don't think that they are going to stun. I think they had a very flashy preseason. But I think as soon as you start playing competitive games in the Premier League, I think this team is going to get exposed. And I think immediately you're going to hear the narrative switch to Poch needs time. Right now, no one's saying Poch needs time now.
Need time. I mean, no, that goes without saying.
He does. But everyone, I think, that's why I say I think this preseason is hype. It's very much hype. Because they have looked good, but a lot of clubs have looked good in preseason and gone on to just shit the bed.
Yes, 100%.
And I don't think they're going to shit the bed. I think they're going to work their way back up into the top 10. And I think they're going to push for a Europa League place, like I said. But I think Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and even fucking Spurs, I will say.
No.
Even Spurs. Do you know what the thing is with Spurs, eh? Spurs have the luxury of playing now with really no pressure because you've got an unknown manager and you've signed pretty unknown players who on paper have everything, all the makings of really good players.
Let me tell you where Spurs falls apart. Their goalkeeper.
Yeah, but their new goalkeeper looks very promising on paper.
Doesn't.
No,
on paper, yeah, but I've watched.
Gave David Raya all the hype in the world over Aaron Ramsdale because of his stats on paper. This guy's stats on paper, they had him in like the top 3 in Europe.
But also I've watched David Raya play, and he's a good player. I've never watched this guy play. The games I have watched this guy play in the friendlies, Tottenham got fucking battered in goal, dude.
Like how much of that was down to him and not just the defense though?
Either way, this is the same defense that's going to be playing in the season.
Yeah, but I mean even that, like that defense I think is gonna need time just because of the fact that there's new philosophies and all that. But like I say, I think the luxury that they have is that I don't think people are gonna expect much from them.
No, I don't think so either.
So you really have this opportunity to just blank page.
But why wouldn't you think that Pochettino, who's a better coach than this Ange guy, who has a better team with more money, why wouldn't you think they do better than Tottenham?
I just think Spurs weirdly always manage to fucking somehow defy the odds. And I don't think that Chelsea's taking over one of the top 5 spots. Or you know what? Fuck it, not even Spurs. Aston Villa.
Yes, Villa's,
Aston Villa
yeah.
will put up more of a fight from
I think
Chelsea.
I think Villa too.
I think Chelsea will start strong because they're going to start with something to prove and then they're going to gas themselves out.
That's the thing. For me, what comes into contention is Newcastle, United, Villa, and Chelsea. Those are the 4 where I'm like, I don't know where. Like those 4 could swap any position and it would make sense. You know what I mean? Like they could go anywhere. But I think the front 3 are set.
quite interesting that Fulham is so quiet, considering the season they just had. You'd
Yeah.
think that they'd be working overtime
I
to
know,
build on this.
and also they lost Mitrovic
Mitrovic.
now. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of teams that I see falling down next season.
Fulham
eh?
should go for Ivan Toney, bro, if anything.
They should, yeah.
But yeah, man, I think Chelsea will... They have a pretty young squad now, no?
Yeah, they got.
We've seen Arsenal's young squad got cooked last season.
Yeah, true. But I'm hoping though, because there is some older players in that team. We just spoke about 40-year-old Thiago. So there are some older players in that team, and also I think the ones that are young, like Enzo Fernandez and shit, they kind of have some base to them. You know what I mean?
They are experienced international players.
Yeah, exactly. They're not like under 21s. You know what I mean?
It's not like a baby.
Yeah,
a baby squad.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. And I think you mix in the older players like Thiago, like Sterling and shit. I think there's a nice mix of old and young in that team.
I thought Chelsea were trying to move on from Sterling. Eh?
Dude, he's having a good preseason. I'm a big fan
But
of
he's
Sterling.
a good player.
I'm a
He's
huge
genuinely
fan
a
of
good player,
Sterling.
bro. It's so disappointing that he joined Chelsea in the first place, bro. Damn. Yeah, aside from that, there's no other big preseason moments I can think of from any other clubs. I know that everyone was watching Newcastle for their new signing, Tonali.
Yeah, Tonali.
There were a lot of talk about how miserable he was looking and all that. There was some defending that had to be done for him and how eager he is to actually be at Newcastle. Obviously, all the talk is that he was forced out of Milan.
And
because
also
of the
fucking Bellingham did score his first Madrid goal against United.
And it was a good one.
It was a nice goal. That's for Onana fans, that's gonna happen a lot. He's gonna get chipped a lot.
Because he's that type of keeper.
I know.
I
just hope United fans who wanted De Gea gone, I hope you know that this is what's gonna happen. I hope you get used to it.
Look, let's get on to some transfer talk because there have been some new rumors. Nicolas Pepe, rumored to be terminating his contract to join Besiktas.
Yeah, I feel that's no sweat off my back. How do you feel?
It's pretty embarrassing for Arsenal. As an Arsenal fan, that's pretty embarrassing. Before Declan Rice was our record signing, 72 million. This dude never lived up to that price tag, unfortunately. I still don't think he was a flop because that season that he actually played, he ended up with 16 goal assists. Goal involvement, sorry. That is good. That's solid first season. And then obviously he had the biggest misfortune of joining Arsenal at the worst possible time, bro. Like the toxicity in the club was absolute peak. Unai Emery started losing the dressing room. People started moving positions. It was the ugliest, messiest Arsenal team that he could have possibly joined. And I can't lie, I feel for the guy because I think there is a player there, a genuine, solid player there. I just think that he, at the most vital part of his development, he came to such a toxic environment and it just killed him, bruh. Just killed him.
That's tough.
But I hope that he does. I'm sure he's gonna fucking eat it up in the Turkish league.
The Turkish, yeah.
Genuine, bro. Like I hoped he'd do better while on loan in the French league last season. He didn't exactly make any headlines, but yeah, at least he got a full season of football under his belt again. So gonna be cool to see him leave and just get regular football, but disappointing that he couldn't do it at Arsenal. But yeah, bruh, getting no money for your record signing, that is a bomb.
Yeah, that's a big failure.
And it's
like
a trend.
I know people say that what's the stat is like 40% of transfers don't work out or 60% don't work out.
Record signing, bro. I mean, look, we got nothing for Ozil. We got nothing for Sanchez. We got nothing for Lacazette.
Yeah.
We got nothing for Aubameyang. We got nothing for Pepe.
But also, all those players gave some decent years to Arsenal before they left.
Yeah, Oba gave us 2.
It's still 2 decent years.
Also gave us 2 FA Cups. Bro.
Yeah, but
no,
I'm saying,
I understand. I'm just disappointed that
Pepe didn't give Arsenal much of anything, to be honest.
He played a huge role in us winning that FA Cup.
Oh wow!
Huge role.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I just think people overly hate on this guy.
I remember that FA Cup win like it was yesterday.
People overly hate on Nicolas Pepe, bro. And I mean, look again, Maitland-Niles also did a hell of a lot when we beat Man City and Chelsea. And then he ended up just absolutely falling by the wayside. But yeah, obviously the only link that I've really seen us to now is the David Raya thing. But also a lot of talk about Kudus, bro.
Yeah, but Kudus was in talks with Liverpool, he was in talks with United, he was in talks with Arsenal.
For sure, but I just mean like the Arsenal talks look quite concrete. Like I saw another rumor today, another link today saying that apparently if we do get a buyer for Lokonga for instance, who Burnley are looking at. Vincent Kompany obviously coached him at Anderlecht. Then we could look at Lavia from Southampton.
Liverpool's looking at him as
Liverpool.
well.
There's a lot of players linked to a lot of clubs, but I'm just saying, like the Arsenal links seem genuine, especially the Kudus thing. This Kudus thing, it hasn't gone away since it's come up. I just don't see how you accommodate for him when you've got someone like Vieira in the team as well, bro. We're so stacked. You've got Smith Rowe, you've got Vieira. Now you bring in
Vieira
Kudus.
needs to get more game time this season.
Yeah, absolutely. This season is make or break for him, bro.
He has to.
He scored
I
a
wouldn't do
banger
it.
in the preseason.
I honestly don't think Arsenal need to be buying
We
more
don't need
outfield
Kudus.
players.
I'd love to see Kudus at Arsenal, don't get me wrong. But that just seems like an unnecessary purchase.
Yeah, that seems unnecessary.
You know what I mean? Then again, forking out whatever we might fork out for David Raya, which is sounding like it's going to be close to 30 mil.
That's fucking cheap.
No, I guess it's cheap if you... but again, I would rather we just stick with Ramsdale and Ryan in goal. Matt Turner, in goal.
Yeah, but I mean...
30 mil... Why? Especially when you're if you have 30 mil extra to put towards something, I would much rather we go for a different profile striker, bro. I would much rather.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly, like the David Raya thing will be like clearly Arteta sees something there. You know what I mean?
I think he sees competition for Ramsdale. It's the
Either
one
way, he
position in the
sees
team that there's
something.
no competition
Yeah,
for. But
so-
my thing is, we are going to sell Balogun. We are gonna sell Balogun. We are going to need another striker. If you have 30 mil to put towards a second choice goalkeeper, we've got a
You don't
decent
really
enough
need
second.
another
We've got
striker,
a
though.
USA #1 international as our second
You
choice
don't
goalkeeper.
really need another striker though. You've got Nketiah,
No,
you've got
we-
Jesus, and you've got Trossard.
If we sell, okay, Trossard can cover there, I
Yeah,
guess.
so then why do you need another one?
What I'm saying is we need a different profile striker. So far, we've got players of the same height, of the same build, we've got no one to like really make the most, aside from Havertz, of the crossing game. Tierney sends in crosses. That's a big part of his game. You're going to see the same from Timber. You're going to see if we don't have like a presence, a physical presence in that box, bro. Even someone just to... That's why I
fine.
want to see us go for Ivan Toney. Because Ivan Toney offers what Jesus and them offer, not as much as them, but he offers something aerially that they don't. And he's English.
Yeah, but I think Arsenal isn't the team to just go up to the wing and throw in they're gonna build up from the back and then go into the box and pass in the
sure.
box and score a goal.
I think what we need is more unpredictability. And if we can at least start to offer the option of, they could either cut in or they could cross it. You never know.
Yeah, but
I just want that
Saka's
luxury,
not
bro.
going to start swinging in Trent and Alexander
It's
balls from
it's
the
not
wing.
for them, it's for the wing backs. That's for Kieran Tierney. That's for Julian Tim. That's for Tommy Yasu. Even Cedric sends in decent crosses, but even laughs at him because we've never had a striker in the box that can actually make the most of them.
Yeah,
It's just something I'd like to see
but
at Arsenal.
that seems like even more of a luxury than just getting a goalkeeper. Now you just want a player for the sake of having different players.
I don't think we need it, bro. Like you say, you think that we could move on from Ramsdale. I'm not convinced yet. And 30 mil, as much as we can say in today's market, is a good price for a keeper like Raya.
Clearly Arteta is convinced.
Arteta just offered Ramsdale a brand new bumper deal, bro.
Yeah, and he also now wants to get a new goalkeeper.
But
So
I think it's more competition.
Either way, though, he wants
Raya
a new,
is not coming to sit bench.
If he wants a new goalkeeper more than he wants a new striker, clearly the new goalkeeper is more needed.
Coach knows best.
Yeah, he
Coach
knows best, exactly.
This is just me as a fan from the outside looking in, thinking, "Fuck, bro, we could get Vlahovic like for cash. We could genuinely get Vlahovic cash, bro. Like, but also fuck Vlahovic. But yeah, bro, David Raya coming to Arsenal. It's gonna be interesting to see what it does to Ramsdale psyche, to see what it does to his performances. Because the one thing I want to see from him is just consistency, bro. Just consistency, and then Arsenal look pretty set, bro. The one thing I want to see more of is just some outgoings now. We got to see some sales.
Any more transfers?
The only thing that I have heard of is again Inter Milan interested in Tommy Yasu, which is another thing that we could make some bank on just because of how stacked we are in that position, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell Tommy Yasu.
I also not by choice, but if Inter come with something close to 50 mil, remember we spent like 20 something on him.
Yeah,
That's profit, and we're losing him in a position that we don't necessarily need him. He plays right back, we got like 4 players there. He plays left back, got like 4 players there. He plays centre back, got like 4 players there.
yeah.
So it's nice to keep him around. But if a decent offer comes in, I think that there's opportunity to be taken there, bruh. There is opportunity to be taken there. And then, yeah, man, aside from that, there's not a whole lot going on that I've seen. I think, like I said, we're going to start to probably progress towards the player sales now. Clubs have spent big,
Yeah, they
United
have spent
included,
big.
bro.
Yeah, I
Liverpool
know.
have spent big. But not a lot of people being sold. I think we're going to move into seeing more of that now. Yeah, dude, aside from that, we are pretty much
You want to do 007?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much at the new season. And with the new season comes a prediction, a new bit of a prediction for the new 007, bro. There's a lot of candidates. Jadon Sancho currently holding it, bro. He hasn't let go of it. No one's taken it from him. Mudrik came close. But who do you think could do it this season? The candidates off the top of my head that I can see, right, is Havertz, Mount, Hoyland when he does join. Do you think Declan Rice counts? He's a holding midfielder. I think it's unfair if he counts.
I think it is a bit unfair.
I think it's unfair. I'm just thinking forward players, yeah. Forward players. So Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea. At Chelsea, it's kind of hard also because the rotation is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, but they're also going to be scoring goals like it's no one's business.
Yeah, but yeah, who do you think, bruh? I'm not gonna lie, Mason Mount for me, just because if he does have this reserved mentality for too long at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting is the battle of the Chelsea midfielders, dude. Havertz, Mount, Kovacic. We'll see which one out of the three of them does the best.
That is very true.
And I do actually think Mount will do the worst out of the three of them. The more I think about it and the way he plays and the way United play, I don't see him doing much.
He's got the most responsibility.
I don't see him doing much,
I think like we said, he'd get the pre-assist.
Yeah, but that doesn't count for there's no stat for pre-assists.
He's shown enough at Chelsea for me to think that he could beat it.
Yeah, but that's at Chelsea.
I'm most nervous about Havertz, not just because of the fact that he plays for Arsenal, but I'm most nervous.
He's literally already scored in pre-season.
Yeah, but he's also missed some sitters.
Still, and the thing Mount hasn't got an assist or goal
even last season in Chelsea season, he ended as their top goal scorer, but in that period he missed a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, but that was a shitty Chelsea team. Or does up and coming? It was up and coming. This is a much more established Arsenal team.
I'm just most nervous. Maybe it is the Arsenal fan I'm most nervous about.
I think Havertz will be fine. Also, I think the position he plays and the way he plays is much more likely to do anything goal scoring related.
Hopefully, bro. I'll go with you on this one.
Can I say Kovacic? I'll say he does 007.
Really?
But he's also I guess he's an attacking player.
More so than Szoboszlai?
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think he's going to be insanely good. I think Liverpool's set.
And do we count Villa players in this? Diaby?
No, we're just
sticking it with.
There's so many transfers. Yeah, we've got.
It's just the big clubs.
I'll go Kovacic or Mount. One of those two will fail.
I think at Man City you are just gonna pull it off, bro. Like Rodri got enough goals from those positions. I honestly am sad to say that I think it's going to be. I can't see Nicholas Jackson going 7 games without a goal.
No, you'll score.
Not without he's been playing, and nor with how do you say his name? The other Nkunku.
What did you call me?
I don't think he's gonna go 7 games either. I'm sad to say I think it's between Havertz and Mount, but I'm gonna put my money on Mount. I think Mason Mount gets the new 007 crown. It's fitting because he's also a United player.
And he's also United's number 7.
Also United's number 7. Yeah, the media's going to have a field day with it if it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, next week we're going to get into our season predictions and everything. Hopefully Spons will be back with us. And then, yeah, man, also there is that game for Ukraine happening this week, the charity game to raise funds for Ukraine. It looks like it's going to be quite fun. It's a free game to watch, but Arsene Wenger taking to the dugout again. There's some ex-players there. Ashley Cole's playing, Robert Pires is there, Gerard Piqué. So yeah, it could be cool. Maybe some talking points from that when we get together again next week. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing. I have started a fantasy league this season. I'm going to put the code for it in the description below. Join up and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I may want to get into giving away some prizes or something.
What? Can I win?
No, you can't. No, I'm joking. You can join. You can of course join. It's open to anyone in South Africa. Please, I don't know how big our reach is.
In South Africa, please.
Yeah, that is happening. Fantasy League, new Premier League season coming soon. I say it like we're presenting the Premier League season.
Yeah, new Premier League season. Stay tuned to Foot and Mouth.
Community Shield match preview we'll do next week, and then yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.